Redefining customer advocacy, a revolutionary view. A more traditional view of advocacy includes these ideas: being responsive to your customer. When there's a problem, discover and address root causes. Manage our organizational resources to meet the customer's needs. The customer wants somebody who can get things done. Be forward-looking. Watch out for their future needs. Watch their back. This is a traditional view of customer advocacy. The revolutionary view includes this idea: managing the customer to ensure we get the access we need to help advocate for them. Advocacy starts at the outset of the relationship. When we're developing the relationship, it often requires strong selling, including persistence in the face of resistance. What's not so obvious is we need this quality later on after the relationship is formed, when we need the client's attention, we need them to take us seriously. Now, why do we need to sell strongly at the outset? At first, the customer may ignore us. The customer is annoyed that we're interrupting them. They tell us, I'm good. We need to pierce the veneer of I'm good. The customer tells us I'm good when they're really drowning. We need to save them from drowning. Sometimes they don't even know they're drowning. When we finally connect with the customer, all right, they give us some attention, but they're watching the clock, they're in a hurry, we're interrupting them. But when we persist, the customer begins to realize that he doesn't know what he doesn't know. And after all, don't we move mountains for our customers? This is what we do. And eventually they begin to realize that. And so they bring us in as a vendor, as a partner. And when it's all done, they're our best friend. This is a recurring drama. This is our job. So this is the recurring drama of business development. And it requires, in order for you to be successful, it requires strong self-belief in your company, in yourself, and you have to care about the prospect who's making a suboptimal decision. You don't want to see him do that. So when then he or she is resisting you, when they're not paying attention, you persist. You continue to reach out to the customer. This requires strong selling. And even after you have a relationship, the customer may not always give you the attention that you need. We have to take the customer on a journey on the change curve. So when we first connect with the customer, they're satisfied. And this could even be true for an existing customer as well as a prospect. And when we bring them information why they need to change, they deny the need to change. They're grieving. They don't want to give up what they have. If we bring them a lot of evidence, they get pissed at us. We run into resistance. So the great advocate can coach the prospect or the customer from resistance to exploration to the open mindset from which they could get to hope and to a commitment and a higher level of well-being. This model is drawn from a book called On Death and Dying, which recognizes change as grieving. So a great advocate can coach the prospect or customer from resistance to exploration. Now, what fortifies us is our type 3 knowledge. There's 3 types of knowledge. Type 1 is what you know. Type 2 is what you know you don't know. And type 3 is what you don't realize you don't know. This is the area in which we shine, in which we bring value to the customer or the prospect in what they don't realize they don't know. And this is why we can take them through the change process. We can overcome the drama of business development and change because we're fortified knowing we have something that's great for the customer. Now, we often need to get the green light to manage the customer, even in the very beginning of the relationship formation. We need a green light to push the envelope. We need a green light to have access when we need it. Sometimes that means getting the prospect's cell phone number and permission to text. We may just need to be able to push. It takes a hero to do this. We fight dragons, but the dragons we fight are not the historical dragons of myth. We face people with closed mindset, with bias against our ideas or solution. People who are complacent, they don't want to change. Sometimes they seem lazy to us. They procrastinate. They procrastinate. We have to be able to embrace conflict. These are the dragons that we face. If we're going to be able to help our clients, our prospects, we have to persist in the face of resistance of all these different dragons here. The prospect's making a second best decision, and we want to get them to the best case. So they may seem like they're standing on a mountain peak, but we know that's suboptimal. And so we need to have access to the customer or the prospect at critical moments to help them come off the small mountain and rise to the top, to the bigger mountain. At all times, we must sell to their sense of urgency. When we're opening a new account, it could take 3 to 12 months very often. So we need to use that time from first contact to in market to create a sense of urgency, or we'll face the ravenous wolf, or we'll just face someone who'll ignore us. And the same can be true for an existing customer. We need to get access to them. We need their focus. So the question here is, are you fully advocating for your prospects and customers? You know, today's a good day to begin fully advocating. If you have any questions, call us at 201-415-3447. Thanks.